What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the Raw after the Royal Rumble, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including the real reason why Roman Reigns picked CM Punk for WrestleMania, an insane Brock Lesnar match incoming, a major change to WWE contracts, a fan apologizes after an incident with Roxanne PEREZ, Batista never coming back to WWE, an injured star breaks her silence, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. As always, we'll recap the show, but just provide you with the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good. As number 1, Gunther trolls the fans. Gunther doing AJ Styles' entrance has to be one of the funniest moments of the modern era. Gunther's new gimmick outside of being a career killer is basically that he's a massive troll. There are now rumors that WWE are building towards a Gunther vs Rey Mysterio match for WrestleMania, which could act as Mysterio's retirement match. Number 2, short and sweet. Now it's official, the Bella Twins are back full-time in WWE. Both Nikki and Brie announced their returns to WWE on Raw last night, and they even declared that they're coming for the women's tag team titles. It's pretty inevitable that they're going to be winning the tag titles at WrestleMania for the first time ever. Number 2, Oba arrives. Oba Femi has arrived on the main roster. Femi destroyed the War Raiders during his first Raw appearance, and it was a strong initial appearance, so WWE clearly has big things in store for the former NXT champion, as we'll see in the news. Number 4, Dom is back. Now it's great to see the Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio back on television after an injury scare. Dirty Dom now needs a serious feud to reignite his heel status, and hopefully WWE finally delivers a feud between Dom and Finn Balor. Number 5, Vaquer retains. Stephanie Vaquer vs Raquel Rodriguez was a great world title match as expected, yet it was somewhat disappointing that the crowd weren't fully into it. I've got to hand it to Raquel, she has improved dramatically over the past 12 months, and it wouldn't come as a shock to see her in a major role at WrestleMania. Liv Morgan would also make her presence felt after the match by taking out Vaquer, and it appears that Morgan vs Vaquer is now the concrete plans for WrestleMania. And Reigns vs Punk. Now the main event promo segment between Roman Reigns and CM Punk has the world talking. Both men brought up their prior lore and continuity, and both brought their absolute A-games for the segment, mentioning the Colt Cabana podcast and even mentioning their time as Zebros in Zootopia 2. We also love the added element that they actually have the zebra colors. Roman Reigns is wearing black, CM Punk is wearing white. Just little cool touches like that. But the babyface versus babyface dynamic is interesting to say the very least, and it's hard to determine at this stage who the crowd is going to side with. There is concern that the promo outright buried SmackDown and Drew McIntyre's WWE title reign, but McIntyre is a master on the mic, and he should be able to bounce back from this with a strong promo rebuttal on SmackDown this week. We'll even go so far as to saying that this was one of Roman Reigns' best promos ever. Hollywood has really taken him to the next level. Most of this didn't even feel like acting though. But that was a good. What about the bad is number 1, Bron Breakker's presentation. Bron Breakker's fallen dramatically down the card in recent weeks. He's gone from being rumored to winning the Royal Rumble and headlining WrestleMania to now feuding with Raw General Manager Adam Pearce. WWE's gone all in on Breakker being unhinged, and whilst this can provide some entertaining moments and segments, it's clear that WWE has no interest in making Breakker the next face of WWE, well, right now. Number 2, why change it? Some fans were perplexed that WWE has now changed Stephanie Vaquer's theme song. Her old theme song was pretty much perfect, and didn't need changing whatsoever, and it's even worse in the fact that Stephanie Vaquer had to fight to keep her own entrance theme at one point. If the theme was bad, then we understand, but it's not even that bad. This one's just a bit meh. What is WWE doing at this point? Fan reactions are already bad enough, and now they had to give her Superstar Entrance Music 25 from WWE 2K. And where's Becky? Becky Lynch's WWE presentation continues to be confusing. Lynch was eliminated by another heel in the Women's Royal Rumble, and now she's completely absent from Raw. Why did they put the Intercontinental title back on her if they didn't have any plans for her? There's no news as of yet in relation to the status of her rivalry and match with AJ Lee, but it's now rumored to occur at WrestleMania 42, and we can only hope at this stage. There's nothing downright ugly on this show. The show was carried by the elite main event segment between CM Punk and Roman Reigns, and now there's definitive buzz for WrestleMania, specifically the main event. This really does feel like an upgrade for the world title from last year. What would you guys think of Raw this week? Let us know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the news. Our first story looks at the real reason why Roman Reigns picked CM Punk. Now, our top story today looks at the reason why Roman Reigns picked CM Punk as his WrestleMania opponent, and no, it's not because they were former Zebros. As official, CM Punk will defend the world title versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania in what is presumably going to be the Night 2 main event. But why exactly did Reigns pick Punk instead of McIntyre? And why did WWE proceed to move forward with a Punk vs Reigns dream match? Well, there are actually 4 crucial reasons. The first, that this was a creative pivot. Now, early plans for WrestleMania 42 were to see Cody Rhodes vs Roman Reigns Part 3 to headline the show. However, due to creative differences, these plans were then, well, thankfully scrapped. This also aligned with Drew McIntyre winning the WWE title last month and Jacob Fatu being thrown in the middle of the rivalry. Number 2, Reigns vs Drew, well, isn't exciting. WWE has done Roman Reigns vs Drew McIntyre a handful of times over the years, and each time, Reigns has picked up the win. This was even openly discussed during Reigns' promo last night on Raw, so it's a difficult match to sell on paper. Granted, the match would have probably been excellent, but when compared to a match versus CM Punk, it'd be a silly decision if WWE didn't go with the match they have. Number 3, it's a big money match. Every single segment that Reigns and Punk have taken part in has been a major success from a ratings perspective. Both are amongst the 2 biggest draws in WWE, and for WrestleMania, it's vital that WWE presents their big money matches on the grand stage. The babyface versus babyface dynamic could be fascinating, as you would assume that WWE would push one to the heel side of things, but it doesn't look like this is going to be the plan at this stage. It's possible that both push boundaries in terms of their babyface presentation on the road to Mania, and it's likely that the crowd are split in terms of who to root for throughout the build itself. And number 4, CM Punk can carry the build. If Roman Reigns isn't committing to a full-time return on the road to WrestleMania, CM Punk can easily carry the bill thanks to his world-class promo work. This would have likely been a concern for WWE when they were selecting Reigns as WrestleMania opponent, and now Punk is able to tease the Reigns match while simultaneously building his rivalry with Finn Balor. This is a difficult task, but one that Punk can easily handle. Next up, the WrestleMania card set. Coming out of Raw last night, we seem to have a clear indicator what top matches, at least from the Raw brand, are going to be. The first being CM Punk vs Roman Reigns for the world title, as this has now been confirmed by WWE and will likely take place in the main event of Night 2. We're also looking at Stephanie Vaquer vs Liv Morgan for the women's world title, as Morgan raised the world title high in the air on Raw, thus confirming that she's coming for Vaquer's world title. We could also get Braun Breaker vs Seth Rollins, as it's widely believed that Rollins is going to be revealed as a man behind the mask, and he will challenge Breaker to a singles match at WrestleMania. Rollins is currently out of action with an injury, but it's believed that he will be back in time for WrestleMania. Could we also be getting Gunther vs Rey Mysterio? Gunther destroying Dragon Lee on Raw, and due to the relationship between Lee and Mysterio, a Mania match and a potential retirement match now looms. And of course, Spider-Man vs Spider-Man. Well, we mean El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano. Yeah, WWE is going to milk the El Grande Americano gimmick until it's absolutely stale and rotting into the ground. A showdown has been seen between them in the Rumble, and now it's likely set for Mania in April. Next up, an insane Brock Lesnar match incoming. Now, speaking of WrestleMania 42, one of the top matches rumored for the show is Brock Lesnar taking on Oba Femi for the first time ever. This was teased during the Rumble itself, and now Femi has debuted on Raw virtually the same way Lesnar debuted back in 2002. Whilst all signs do indeed point at WWE delivering the match, it's been reported today by The Observer that the match currently isn't 100% locked in, but WWE would be fools not to have this match. Next up, a major change to WWE contracts. It was previously the norm that when WWE talent performed in Saudi Arabia, they would receive lucrative bonuses on top of their contracts. However, that is now all changed, as according to Fightful Select, WWE and TKO have stopped bonuses and now Saudi shows are worked into standard contracts. Talent used to be bonused heavily for doing the Saudi shows, and it was a great individual payday for them. That actually was common for the most pay-per-view events for ages, but in the PLE era isn't. Now the events are worked in as part of the standard contracts now. I haven't heard of anyone bonus for them in a while. Now this could very well explain why Saudi shows have changed significantly over the past few years. Previously, it was common for the Saudi shows to feature legends and novelty matches, but they're now more in line with other WWE PLEs on the calendar. Next up, a fan apologizes after an incident with Roxanne PEREZ. A wrestling fan who went viral for a ringside comment directed at Roxanne PEREZ has now released a public statement explaining his side of the situation. The moment occurred during a WWE live event when a fan shouted a remark that was caught on camera and quickly spread across social media. Many viewed the comment as crossing the line and disrespectful to the WWE talent. There was even at one stage where Liv Morgan was scolding off the fan for going too far. But now the fan has made a video apology, admitting that his delivery and choice of words were, well, inappropriate. He explained that he became overly swept up in the atmosphere of the show and failed to think about how his comment might have been received, especially once. He also pushed back against the claims that his behavior was rooted in sexism or racism, stating that he reacts similarly to wrestlers regardless of their background. The fan also cleared up the situation with a security guard, as a guard who approached him during the event was unrelated to the comment itself and was instead due to general seating and crowd control issues. The fan did mention that he spoke directly with Perez and that the matter was handled respectfully, and he credited Liv Morgan for helping out the situation and calming things down. It seems like the fan took full responsibility for his unhinged comments. Next up, Batista never coming back to WWE. In a recent interview with Jason Momoa, former WWE superstar Batista has now firmly shut down speculation about ever returning to WWE, well, at least for one more match. Speaking on the GOAT Talk podcast, Batista was asked whether he'd ever step back into the ring, even for one more match. But Batista's response was kind of blunt and decisive, saying, "No, never," leaving little doubt that his in-ring career is now officially over. Batista's last match was at WrestleMania 35 in 2019, where he lost to Triple H in a no-holds-barred match that was loosely promoted as his retirement match. It's kinda sad that we're never gonna get the animal back in the ring. Next up, CM Punk shoots on the WrestleMania main event. There's always a ton of discourse when it comes to WrestleMania main events. Some fans believe that Night 1 is an official main event, and CM Punk, who main evented Night 1 of last year, has now clapped back at these critics. Speaking to GQ, he mentioned, just because it's there, probably a Night 2 main event. Honestly, I don't differentiate between the two nights. I think that there's just a way for people who are sad about their own lives to try and diminish something. Rock did a Night 1, Stone Cold Steve Austin did a Night 1, who might say it's not a main event? That's just silly semantics trying to hate on somebody that you don't like for whatever reason. WWE does indeed acknowledge Night 1 as an official main event, which does mean that Punk will be main eventing his second ever Mania this coming April, whilst Roman Reigns will be main eventing his 11th. And finally, an injured WWE star breaks her silence. Our final story today looks at WWE star Piper Niven, as the talented star has now broken her silence on the status of her neck injury. Niven has been out of action for some time now, but according to her via X yesterday, she's in a good place. I'm in a good spot right now. I'm so sorry I've been so quiet with you guys. I appreciate every single message and every tweet I get, even if I haven't liked or responded. The truth is, I've been so quiet as you know I have questions, but the fact of the matter is, I don't know yet. It's 5 months on, and some days when it's bad, I can't stand up for more than a few minutes, if even a minute. And Niven would add that she wants to come back, but she has a long road ahead. Do I want to come back? Of course I do. This is all I've done and all I wanted to do since I was 16 years old, and I can't imagine doing anything else. I still love it as much as I did the first day I started, and I feel like I was just really getting started to get confident again and open up and hit my groove. So all this to say, I hope so. Keep your fingers crossed for me. And naturally, fans are showing Niven a ton of love and support on social media today, and we here at Wrestlelamia would also like to extend our best wishes to Niven for a fast recovery. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below. I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.